Farming marketing blueprint. How Ghanaian farmers can sell smarter and avoid post-harvest losses. Farming marketing blueprint. Dear Ghanaian farmer, farming in Ghana, if you want to win the market, stop selling desperate. The reason why Ghanaian farmers mostly omuntiminya the good price edru tama oma harvesting yemano and untini yeshemu aseno. At the end of this video, you understand why Ghanaian farmers enya the good price, and at the same time also no sika no so na harvesting so na say. If we say everything prior wrong, yes, the system you are trying to farm in Ghana, no, you know how to farm, but how to maximize it, you know, and wrong, perfectly wrong. That's why me and or SOS yebekasa afa how to farm, how to build a system, and how to market your farm produce. How many times I watch a video and I say TV so na kwayefo esu aban meboye o meto enyema mayo. Yeah, because somebody has teach say yen duane no ye dua no ba ni wie na ye harvest we after na ye kopɛ buyers. That's the wrong. In 2025 I echo 2026 no wrong and wrong. I repeat, say the successful farmer, please stop applying this system. Obsolete. Because years ago, no, not okay. But in 2025, going to 2026, you know, you need to build a system, a different system to move forward. Say, and then first on the show says, yeah, kindly subscribe it. Or shall say what subscribe to see my next share video, no, never support to journey, no. The journey is long, but you will win it. And until you know, kabo mona, you bet my winner, no. And recently, me who say, your president crowns so no. Or the vice president agriculture me John Dumero ne nkofo nyina almost so the enema ba obi bia opese okwa agriculture mu no ebeye ni giama no. And I can feel say within the 2 years to come no farming in Ghana will not be the same. And the narration now about farming in Ghana no will perfectly change. And to say, oh, I say, Mammy, whom baby, I will tell you free. Maybe say me whom baby will be a tea free. Say the baby as you information be our alien more you be who. Ne like video, no, ne share my Mrs. CA. Subscribe, and no first time. Na yen share because we are selling and we are farming in the wrong way. Stop being desperate to sell. And I repeat, and then me video be edit to Facebook and YouTube in a short video. Obekono was the maboka o Mr. Ontomame, and then minya de minimi mabedie, Mr. Otomame. So we yes apena obi obeba on chain biano. The ope and the mount. Now also soon to country. And yen shasi. We have a problem, and the problem is big. And the more the problem is big, you know, the money we just said, I can't tell you. What a problem now Ghana now. Yes, because you never see pesca. In the sea pesca, there are problem. No, the more na big, you know, the more no so any other soon be can say. If it's a problem, I work African agriculture mono. So what me solve even 10% yeah. Danko take crema. I'm telling you. So what me solve 10% of Ghanaian problem and South Africa problem about agriculture feeding one. the next Tesla owner no wo baby. Ghanaian farmers ekodi de ye plante ye wiane harvest. Ye harvest wiane akope buyers. Nti ene me pese me no be sesa everything. Ye change the narration no. Ye change everything. Who we are catch you before a wo hu so yes ade no. Na beboa no. Let us stop harvesting, searching for buyers. No. Nti yenko na yenko hwe how ye behu no. Obi obusa say na assemble na person kan what is missing? Yeah, something is missing because ye traditional way na ye beto ye farmer no eno an egusu di ye. And 2025 to 2026 untimi ye bio. Yenko one by one. So many recently ye video about inventory, farm inventory. Wo a won hwe no, but modern so bekwa video no. Say you can selling, say you farming or say you business mo, BBBM on selling no inventory idea one of the tools. Until Mr. Bomodian say video we say. Yes, I a video back also for how to build system a womubi. Yes, I another video recently so mastering. Se mobekaya mastering so sell in selling movie sales in because so master more you can maximize your profit. I'm telling you. Sir, within 2 months videos here no. So trans now the pen and paper. Now what take it point by point here. You will get the blueprint, the right blueprint for your choice. Enti baby MX no no market research, no buyer, engagement before harvest, no social media, no planning. By the way, next week, Rebecca Safa, how to plan your farm for 2026. And you know, Kai, Nebunia, and Adam for man, said Nyamia Doma next week, 2026. How to plan 2026. Government the systems neighbor or share and last year no or man also said schools no and shall say it's another topic for another day. But so far yenkoso ni enka de eka. YouTube chere me say almost 35% any hwe ye video a omo unsubscribe ye omo like omo comment omo de omo se comment ni ha omo emhia omo na omo share. Mr. Don't be the part of this 35 in a while. Like it, ne comment, ne subscribe. I just stream a 1 minute per and a comment. 30 seconds, wait me the comment. Okay, the cost of obsolete selling your system. How are you betting me as solving in the before say ubekwa kudia menon before you plant planting the later meet make say the fourth or no the third one and on next week you bekasa fa planting yankasa no enye the first part but yekoye maimo ye farmers planting is the first part. And I said the second part because yes, I see more searching for the land in a second part. Right now, me know SOS. From now going, and next year, say you plan, the first step was as a farmer, I was saying, say you very ready, you very market research. Market research, a DNA beboy. A beboy am you say ye alien ye wono, baby a person for your farm, a day and a coso and no by ben here. Semi kotena bono na me kodua salad ya. Semi nya Ghana government workers anton am a salad na be meka. Because me fan fa kan fan ko capital original capital no na semaba enti bro me woniema metima yama omo a even sementimi amfa ka ankokora na kromofo na abeto ama me. You have to do your market research. Market research will tell you say unya we na odi bekwa ha unya we ha na adeko ye wo in factories wo yikrom kra na se won ma menka wasen bi mo amudua banche ye wo factories ya omuji gele to omoto gele omoto banche no mdia gele ebi moto banche no mdia starch but se wo kodua no wa anya market research ya udua wi na wo kwakwohwe nkofo mu na ho na obey desperate no ho na obi a de opi bia pen ode ne price ye de ema wo se bia to amame hono spoiled desperation pricing, you know, one of the factor higher papa if you say ube say wa dua mango no o dua mango no wa nkwa hwehwe baby obetimi ato ana wonu aso ni prane bia da ho se in case bia na obetimi ayede ade ni na ade asi waton ewo kurukesie ma na so de beko market no akoton enti amango no beba wie no na afei na wo hu de wonye banche ne beba wie na afei no hu de wonye ebro ne beba wie no hu de wonye enti no the first thing I was here and say a market research. What search your market, you know, every na wanya at the crowd person oh you know. At the corner person oh you know. I did the second one, and it's obesha say day. Ape bebia. Nipa na oye ready so obey the obetono. Eye bias. Uko bias no na. Then you uncover the value of your product. You're intending to do it. Till the mami fa say o pese udua banchia. Anaso pese udua bodia. O bodia no, kwa bebi omoton bodia, de woye choba no, uko ne nchen a, o si maame, nyame ya adoma, bosumi ebesimi, me kwa kodua bodia. Adia me pese me ye ne se, me busao, se me bodia ne ba, metim de ba nchen, anasa ukoje ne hene. Na me bodia no de, me intention me de kono se me hu se nkofo dua bodia ni bi ho a enhye na nye body papa bi but me de mani abrese bodia me kodua no me pese me dua no in organic way se de be obi dia yale bi mem na me pese me man nkofo susu hu se enuro bebrebe na ye to ene de se ho yale no bodia kran susu dia otimi de se ho yale then you start selling the value of the product na pese o yede okoton no ukodiano. Because I can tell you 80% of Ghanaians edi body but they didn't know the name the nutrients ye work body. That's why ye ja body at all ni akwakoto endomi na yedi because it's easy to cook. That's why ye ja body at all ni akwakoto ade bia a free outside there emi ahode. But say ukudua body no o hyase educate farm consumers no anase buyers no anase omo a opese utoma omo no o kire omo the importance of body, the importance of banche, the importance the nutrients na edema ye nipadua na. Then when you are ready no they will not one thing is say aye wa adwene say uton ade na what the price in the form and will be able to there be. The only product here won't hear dedebo any pharmacies, any drugs. Because only the oya we the open probe common chain aquacotodrono. Yeah, Kenya, I'll see how you show the value of our product. Say per se one. The blueprint begins. Enti wako your market survey wohunu omo ehia bode edi omo ade omo hia banche omo hia ebreko no edi omo nam eni ade uwie a unu omo di nkomo waje omo contact na wachire se na akwosha ase enti bibia ne a every 2 months bia no beba omo nche abeka kire omo the stage a o farm no de edru. And that's the one. Nti basa na wa be de buyer list. Then before so be planting no, what shall say be the social media, Facebook and also TikTok. No be na what set ya mano. The farmer no one in town for pineapple, one in town for ABA plantain, one in town for this. Then what shall say na we educate or more ubenya as an audience, you know, the importance of what you are about to do. And why what decided to become. Enti wo shall say wo kwakodofu no. Then what funny o land? Wo shall say kwakodofu no. Every stage biano, then you bring a video about it. Every stage biano no a video for home. Udom no a video for home. And every time biano, wama consumers, you know, and also beto odiane no. They any wo ko journey no. And they feel part of you. They feel part of the journey. And they say, "Oh, we now cooperation is said. Be a moon said the Meridian and city, Manfred Duru and Cano, and Lieutenant Debiana me domo, no say anything, no, Median and Sena Metona, Nipano. The son said, with him, how I will see Pranty, anyhow, I also use near my fire, no. Who born a price now, won't soon, because when you said you are a pa, anyway, they auto. Then, the moment now, what dear Diana, 2 months later, according to the Woodian, no call buyer list, no call mama near, say, and echo be a book be a cost from. Now, what tell your mobeka, but who tell your mocan, so now correction be baby who froze so I said, in case it's answer obeko, now more mama penny or man yan to mukra no man you again now, who baby from. Another last stage, I be wow, any dear once or so no. Ubeye se ubede ubesua se uye bibire wonsua mu ha. I know why or the American no wonsua the year the cost too much. It is said the wasi utrase na we dey wo bo lazy umpa bo lazy epo. How many times na wo bo lazy po a wo hwe baby foforo because why ya ni wa ama ani wa fa nti wo bo lazy po kra na enye so many times na wo hwe mpaboa no baby a ehuma no wo so ehuma no mi no na wo bo. That's it. Nti you use social media as a tool now. No be do Facebook no be do WhatsApp na every time bia no bias no omunim de ekoso. Wama the culture of your product no asho madwem. For example, phone be to say iPhone yes obey advert bebrebe because I hear the part of status intino obu okra na wo na advert but every year be no nim say phone na afoforo aba into be kwakoto inti moma yen sha say before say be plant before say be ye be sha say ye dey solve na ye bibia but the link no so betum to say na say wo experience about it ya wa ma ye hu because ena make us say na we na ye no ye nyina na ye abom experience no wo experience no etimi be ye adesua amobi foforo se wo social media sem no na wo be the anticipation of harvesting sakma next month obetu bayre obi a wotie sakma bia na nasa wotie SOS no nim say bayre bi wo ho a ye betuo. That is anticipation. That's building buyer list. Ye nyina ye we nyina tie no na yakọ inventory ya ye inventory susu video ho ko ne kohwe na won etinie ma bi ase bibi biara wo use ewo the early stage no ewo farm no but modern say obede obe dot ato se adono ekoso 20,000 na dey ato seed ni koso say na dey ato until at the end of the harvest no wunim eka oboy and wunim how obede obe price woniema ti misere wada mamu mayen fa inventory ni aro wa uwo funra eye more than kakra no ubetimi use Google Sheet any spreadsheet ni sa apps ni bi enye sa akra so a school ni e book bi your notebook ubetimi akoto kese ni bi na wo hwetwere gum next week how to plan your farm 2026 no eya de bia memex because ebeboa ama what take another move didn't can say we share videos here recently na inventory masterage just be bia kakran no a piece as like a puzzle into the knowledge na wo benya na wo de be kekese ni mo wie no then you are free to go into join the movement and as a movement you know mumayen how to sell a product because every harvest is a campaign. You senior be at metabon din recently Alex Fari ni niema wo ye no obi a wodi na chi bia wonim de wo dua enti ne duane na odua nkra wo se ensoto because wa build campaign afa ho enti harvest no kra no ebeduro kra no na o harvest no obi gina wo oje de o beton so no ubetimi na akọ partnership ubetimi your collaborator ubetimi the feedback abrel eniema marketing here na won so wa plane for towards that feedback ni eba no so don't just sell but ask for feedback and so enyo ask for feedback moma yenshase na government way I think say otokoso dia Ghanaian farming in Ghana no ebe ya dia e ni je baba subscribe us no first time share video no come for afufro mo metie every Tuesday be answer so no ya shase anyame aduma ye SOS market live day SOS market day live aha dia wo ye no dia sikoku dua na wadua no wo de ba me abo ho dawura ma umpe we na apede an se de be ya nso so bre no enye bre uguo join a YouTube channel no join a WhatsApp community no follow a Facebook page no na into na mabom na my last one amen say the mo nyina nso so ase nyame nhire obi bia e wo do a mo ye dey mo de do SOS even say video ba kokra beda ho ne nipa ba kokra hwekra na e wo do if you say obi say nemre no de show one video ma wa e ade a e show appreciation papa di medamo say nyame nhire mo momento nkoso na I know say obi bia bre bia na wo bre e won farm manase ne business mo enye kwa nana o say akofans mbacho me mo kwa ba
Agajas mejoso
mbacho boko de
obade nadum yeda siti nkwem
yeda nyame ase eba ma menche busuafo omo a o ma comment na menche omo na your boss Kim Babson your boss said Ukamet. Yeah, one Casamus, so Alco Farms. Miss Amofa, will be a Michiao, and Yanom. Amponsa, and I said, Aposa, okay, my foster, okay, yeah, me home. Senior, Michiao, Medas, and so no support or support to BB at the better be answer. I will be commenting on Facebook. Yamin I'm watching you from Accra. Okay. Senior Emmanuel Jobin, also say I'm watching you from Amasaman. Amasaman, hey, Amasaman, they say, you might be more, and check on Baba Chay, or more no mote, sprinters, because first, now Amasaman will be a mono, but in the Amasama Bay. Mr. Ferris, Yanka say senior, Yachiao. Okay, hey, open say, Michao, Yamin Shrao, Senior Rashid, Yamin Shrao. Okay, yɛdamase nti no sɛ wapɛ no waba a wabɛdwane a wotumi send message no na yɛakyerɛ wo yɛda wase mepakyɛ wo senior akɔ mpakyɛ ma ne nkɔ wayɛ akɔ fans yɛda ase.
Okay. Just that's in information that you say also woman about one thing. Na make sure you know. Senior fellas ne German Mr. Manu and I just na me tell on catch it. Me say we have come. Also senior fellas abaso.
Yeah, senior Ferris wɔ hɔ Mr. Mano ayɛ busy kakra.
Sure.
No ɛgya de nso so meyɛ sure sɛ nnɛ wɔbɛba.
Okay, we are just we are also Sabe Pepe is answer Ebano marketing na na a pepi na chile kakra because yani who say production na the ultimate thing. Unya produce we nko ade ade na abunyo bi obeto. But all the time na entire ntisa and I say most of the time na entire massa. This is because mechanic say we know the seriousness in our agriculture sector. And two, we are still playing this I don't know how to get the actual word, but we are not approaching the agric in a commercial means that has cancer.
Yeah.
It's like a hobbyist approach. Yes, that's the actual word I want to use. We are approaching agriculture in a hobbyist approach. And that is what I think is not helping production. No. Because before you even go to plant, and after you even decide to sell PK livestock, I'll be sure no. I was a woody kind a year research. Now, environment we work around na product na crop now with your honor. You may not be able to get the best out of it. And two, a baby honor say livestock, a boy we crowd honor with a sabuan crown on back room honor. Like a punching and dogs and other things. Boy, if I say kruma de here dogs or ha. A kruma de here goats or ha. I also did kind of research in see. We in see via then what who know how obesia obe pitch or production no to meet the standards. And anytime we are now obey production baby no, you will not be desperate to sell. And now you will not be in a hurry to give out the product because you have done your research. Unim how you even preserve it. Sebanisha, only time no matter how much you produce, you can keep without say obeying care a lot of post harvest losses. Because this post harvest losses does occur because most of it now you name how I be preserve the product now. I will always use that. Let me use the rabbit for instance. What general rabbit? Mother now babies na nyina benya 3 months. Wonim say baby we you are not using it for breeding. And yes, I will keep in a baby and as I will turn for breeding stock. When you say we or a meat rabbit, after 3 months, you should be able to determine meat rabbit and then breeding rabbit. There are mechanisms we use to separate those two. Who saw a meat rabbit, marketing your mind. Don't leave it to stay and eat your feed. Over 6 months. Still, I know be any toy. Also, you say when you soon for breeding or a meat. Meat now 6 months, the same price now return as the overturn 4 months. If you have done your research, I want you 4 months now. No, kuno. So obe freezy a freezy, obe smoky a smoky. So obi ba no pede ya freezy a obenya bi ama no. Obi ba no pede ya smoky a obenya ama no. E ma ne ntena ho endi waduane. Sahana de okodo abro so wonim se abro no se eba ne bebu so a ne ton no price no be kofom. Enti ubehunu kwa be fa so preserve abro no when there is bountiful harvest. Obiara de ne dia banti se bia sabre aburo ho ayedin na ye ton bag 1000 Ghana cedis na akoto okoye aburo ni bia oye wie no obiara ye bi. Now the cost and everything who's okoton less than 1000 Ghana cedis abeboka, then you find a means or they preserve aburo no so that you'll be able to sell it when the price is good. And no matter avoid desperate selling. And just idea a kum farmers or Ghana aparo, and that is what you have mentioned, desperate selling. Just say when you saw one and two no one a pro, and Macon one a pro, Jane no one a pro, and Krumasa one a sensene. And Tisadia any and Terminano ubia by us or Tom Manico. Yan Tonisa an idiom. A dream may be a phantom about yem kakra. A moon you, but Sabeya, O my Jumano, and say, I won't 17. Stand on your ground, be firm. And see, anytime, if they come to you, or when him say, whoa, dear, say now, price, dear, it's all about one more. Price now, or day bano. When him say, sana woji. But a lot of farmers don't even have a standard price. They be just a customer and a bar. Nah, customer no more we try price a man say, me to you say. But because or you're desperate to sell into no mean kasa. No, James, we don't do that. Yes, mean kasa be too rigid on your pricing. It may be a which man negotiate now apart from kakra. Yes, we balance the equation. But a money may say customer no at the end of the year, the only option you have. You should have your main objective, your focus. Say a hana meko. One to Mati or China Wibabeto. You are not the only customer that will come. Even if customers are not coming, you have a better way of preserving it. Because before you entered it, you had already done your research. You had already found ways and means to control post-harvest losses. And see, anytime you know where to put your feet. Anytime you know how to adjust to the situation. It will be a ocean release kakra the market in him. Now I share send market in Besiako. Me per se say main time person me turn me rabbit ma off takers. Because the off takers no all bano okra the price. On one found o the feed the bend ma umwa. Kwan ben afa to treat umwa. Price obi one will feed in with only grains. Ne de da bia nso wotwa adankoma da bia wotwa other greens ya ka bi dem awomo. The person doesn't even give them feed, proper formulated feed. The person doesn't even apply medication when needed. Okohono mo price na otono. Sa price na no withdraw hono mo person otono. It's because of that ya na me nsheda entertain wo mo bebre. Oba me price no obetimi a no ato. if you are buying with a kilo weight, kilo weight, I'm not selling kilo weight less than 80 Ghana cedis. 1 kg 80 cedis. So over to me at all, to me at Mekuma did as a fridge. And no beya mammy since I met for so me want to amount on my boca. Because untim me myself, Ubia system or the produce Ubia mechanisms or the end production, be it crop farming or livestock farming. Ubia mechanisms, Ubia on the cost our income. Enti untimi ntena wo fie na un determine say me de me say na me ko e ba sa ma wo farmer na wo production no ulusi. The reason why ntia yembu agric e wo Ghana ha nyina say farmers no, they don't live a good life. They always live like they are wretched, they are working hand to mouth, and it's like farming quite a curse. And it's bad. I remember back in the days, your old school, just obey Ejuma. Never Ejuma, you don't go for the agro. Also, me teacher kakra me Ejuma, papa no majaya kwaye. Obi so some years school na me nya Ejuma, me kwa koye afu. Me nya Ejuma na majai. Say Ejuma me you when e yankra no ne ka na di agro. But and na many fee and me say no, agric no. Agric na ye di agro no. Say ye hwa so ye ni asomu ye a. Baby adi nipa be dru no, ye kra ye ntimi yi no. Nigeria for what bi. Omo friend on the 3 E's in the marketing. Uko Nigeria, the 3 E's in marketing, they don't joke with it. Every day, everyone, essential. That is the 3 E's. Every day, everyone needs it, and it is very essential. And that is where their focus is. And agriculture produce falls into this category. Because every day we have to eat. Nobody will wake up one day because didi. Obedidi. And you know, if you are in the agri sector or your livestock, or your aquaculture, or your crop farming, ni na o ye ni ye o records, proper records. And yes, gugwa bia o what to boas ye take inventory, sika out the tall land no, seed now to ye no, even labor mo ye land in so juma ma o. Okay, can no mani na boom. Now I try go honum. From day one you started to the day of harvest, what was our records, no expenditure and everything? No one in na. Oh yeah, what babe check products now what produce no we no. Say me ton is saying and a bebo me because untimi in fact bear say 10,000, 20,000 and franco wura I can say investment mu. Now we a ton enya 5,000 cedis. Uwe na more than 50% I say you were able to sell only 50%. Ekobani sadi and I just say Ejumana we and sebi you because a consultancy work. When actually and free. And you know, as farmers, desperate selling, we should try as much as possible to avoid it. Yes, it may be another what is a common deal. It may be what is a situation here tight. But for the future, for the sake of the future, save the business you have invested into it. Don't be in a rush to get money today. The BIA maker assembly said, I would rather keep empty pocket today, get millions tomorrow, than get millions today and then have empty pocket tomorrow. Because now I'm a youth. No holiday, make me a sorry. But in my 60s, in my 70s, I want to be one in Neno. Emube 50% in a beka. That is if I am taking good care of my life. Emube 50-70% in a beka. Enti enye bibiara me yere na metimi anti se neno me ye ni yi a ochina madakura mpo na discover bremi. That is what Mr. Obin always preach. Cash flow. Yami admo ochina yekwa kusua bi. You need to get something that will give you money every minute, every second, every day. you can never be financially free if you are only depending on monthly income or something like that. And even in your farming, a bro na wodo, ebe take you 4 months, 5 months. Within that 4 months, 5 months, no, dear na betting that same fin honor ebe mauska. Oh, yeah, mango, ebe take you 2 years. And son was start harvesting. Within that 2 years, and then I would shame fin honor more, obe harvest ebe mauska from day one now, because it's a mango no best start amount the returns, no. Don't just be waiting, say 2 years time, mango no be so no start 10 years because you always eat. Farm hokran, you need people to work. Don't if so year one plot to be there, fine. But if you are doing like 5 acres, 10 acres, 15 acres, and you need machineries. SO rent, freedom renters. You call freedom renters for your machineries, and you have to pay. If you are not going for machineries and you are using human labor, you have to pay. And you know, that time now, the year you know, time 2 years never saw mango no beba and as a cocoa no beba no. Dear now wait me a year in fin horn maribenyeska. And no, and a bema most often farmers ya na yokoma high kakra. Cause it's a yana nano so do banchina yama ni bibia or transfer banchino drew on na a ready for mana which and every baby too. A drive for man will drew on one of the Biana Jeducano. Or na agents via Jumana Bosso. Made when see me so intimate talk a deal with Krumha. Menkwana meet him at a deal we. Baby so on my own free now. On Banamo be book we are for no. On what top right, and the man said the almost pen they determine it. Last time I went to Sefi and now my vehicle and be or say on one high bobo yako farm echo tall board the bar market. Body any to any abubu yani bibi bidu market nyina no. She spent 1,100 Ghana cedis. Or the bedroom marketer no be ba so to so man 600 Ghana cedis. That time no so when just 600 na ade be china body na bre. Or Jesus so oboka 500 Ghana me catch say me anka me mba be kwa kudi. Se me ton pa bok ana me na bre. Ebre obi be chine kokko go be gari na dua fo no ho. On be gi da chi da ton gari na dua. Obi de be ye kelewuli. And as a motor plantain chips, on betting me achi de cocodie. And no yes since say over boka 500 Ghana cedis. And the Uncle Charles, in all this, the
Yeah.
dream maybe a yani and share future no, and also ka crack home. And it's yeah, the stress and then no situation it is saying, Ebi make us a family man, or yeah, nankono, I do 3 months. They didn't imagine the concert in Dindi and I be a school, and I be and the baby yare. Nipa ne buy us so adanku mama 70 Ghana na no waje. No. See, this funny thing. Recently somebody called or how much against I didn't come open more for. Oh yeah, and I'm saying yeah, or a young boy be then if he's as my maintenance. Timwa for me carry in abum 800 Ghana. Meaning so anti you say saying. And just of course and this carbon has a 80 Ghana cities na about my phone. And I'm a friend I'm say tell is zero no back ama. I say I send one no now say na 80 cities you and Konkraba. I was there for the mommy when I'm sending the sick man back. Oh, it's funny, but in other words, no, Obu on Okasa only 18, Mamma or back. And so no current say Adanko cry was oh to Adanko the best time to sell Adanko 2 months. So that time na and ye likely so be but less than 2 months there, yeah, now the chances say obit me win high kakra, especially old who moving a free farm no home that with different farmer. 82 months of crown. We are not selling less than 150 Ghana cedis. They also want to 120 Ghana. na 80 Ghana cedis, but obi de a combeji 80 Ghana cedis at one abuano. The next time Sandy Power will call be farm when you say 80 cedis. That is why agric in Ghana, the farmers in Ghana are not living the best of life they are supposed to. Me de minim senka ye kapa mo so mo live rich, mo live good and farmers. But ye deprive ye ho ye ne maybe can say ye farmers ye ne deprive ye ho. Because for agric there why na ye because school even a need crowd akora we school na onya school na say akoye senior high school na koye secondary technical pe na ne segunity mempe akoye agric school pe mempe because also ko senior high ko kan brofo no kan brofo na ma wodin o say coach board tie na de ko fro trotro na onya de free I just be never come is that no ma bi wo no mo we don't have to force ourselves. Bese kwa bra no wa suit ni type pampi no gina kwa ho preka. You see, ubetimi akwa akoye we kuro asi wona na was asase bi da be hono ma obi anyusu you kone kofa kodo dua menken dua banchi dua bode udua bode a ebe take you a year long pe beans bi 3 months ade bi fa sisi ase time ne nso no onya bibi kakra didi was asase ne so ansakra na bode na ba eba sana body ne ba o mpre wo ho sometimes you be able to make room for storage if you have something that is giving you something small ebetima mo aboa ho benya sika kakra e dey prepare for storage o produce no ensay enti bebre na wa chire and just e ka se dey adwin da che be hwe fraw enti mama fancy na me ka chire say drum bi a ye fa ahoma mo ye yem kakra na ye save for the future. If you hold my reverse, me that's it.
Yes, yeah, that's it. Ebusuafo the eka nyina nkyerɛ sɛ bia me ne wo nya adwen sɛ farming no enye easy enye enya ade a yɛsɛ ɛda fam emoden is the kasikase mu a but ɛno nti ne nyina yɛhyɛ mu ase no nti o kame so meka yɛkyerɛ yɛ adwen na yɛnya the correct formula aqua farms and akasa wie no last Tuesday obabe ebeton the rabbit the one video no exclusive in Facebook page no kone ko hwe nyame adoma Tuesday ye besa aba wo ye dwadini a anasa wo ye farm owner mame hunu ready ye guidelines no na ye nhye nyame adoma Tuesday o mame sote a o mame details bia na ye babo wo dawura ma na ososo no tuma wodi ma boka o ma je mu 1005 obi am family why 1005 don't call me senior comment.
Hello boss
Ma boka nti no ma je mu
yeah we there boss me chia mo me chia mpanimfo mo dikan ene etifo ne ahwefo nyina I think say if you had do say na ye ne age isansi aba bisua ne ma bi enti senior akọ me chia obebre chia but we
Big
find
boss.
out na
enyo
okay I think say ya wo kan ene dia ma kyerɛkyerɛ mu nyinaa no mene mo yɛ adwene and dia me hu nyinaa ne sɛ bibi biara a yɛyɛ biara no ɛsɛ sɛ yɛtumi yɛ research wɔ ho but adeɛ baako a mahu ne sɛ wohu sɛ farming nankasa no ɛyɛ biribi a yɛmfa respect ɛnto ho yɛfo sɛ obi a ɔwɔ farming mu no ayɛ sɛ bi a obi a asɛ yɛ hiafo adeɛ bi ne nneɛma bi ɛna deɛ di hɔ nso ne sɛ abɛyɛ te sɛ programming ɛde aman ɔman no Inti ye maame no ye papa no mo abi no mo ye farmers dada no upon the farms grow wo be say 200 acres kra na still an opama ne ba akwa ye adwuma. Just last we see this week here be share video bi of a farmer as said o kire no o hete pa ne ba ye adwuma ye ma ne ba 1,500. So but that farmer upon the sika will making in the farms nyina wo wo nyina no e she ni tirim se ne ba enkonko ye adwuma ma wo bi.
That's it.
Ɛhɔ ne baabi a yɛyɛ mistake no so ate ase nti meka sɛ yɛ programming a yɛgu farming ho fi nti ɔmo a ɛwɔ farming no mu koraa deda no sɛbio ebi wɔ no bi a yɛn Hawaii seesei yɛn yɛhu nneɛma te nneɛma ase no ɛnyɛ saa no mu hu no nti sɛ yɛpɛ sɛ farmers hyɛ aseɛ sɛ ɔmo bɛsɛle smart na ɔmo avoid post harvest losses na bimu ni say edu baabi a training kakra ehun hia information a mu nya enti na ebi ama saa na ema no ekokoso so atiase enti right now no bimu hu ni say dwumadie bi no mu say a mu di no eno na beboa mema farmer ni behu say me kra dia me ye no kra so won faso dia me ye no kra ni say na sese me ye no. Inti we need the research is very, very important. So obia be making sure say obaya research ubeti ne manase. And sometimes, okay, me do baby a me bemu me memu straight as a farmer, but me bemu as a strategist. And obia or identify opportunities around where we are. Intimate fund is a beer, you have the intention to produce something, you have the intention to do something. Baby are farms in the water. There's nothing wrong, so by setting up a processing way be. And all this can be part of our research. Because baby are no here the raw produce now they be produce at the quantity of way. And if you know of say community be, sa community no, sa niyama we no specialize in wonso then now bet me be ya wonso bet me benefit from omo. So we call that particular area na be at this post harvest ne issues na eba no. We bet me aboa omo ama avoid it. Inti e bia na wonso wutie inti wutie no. See how once you can make money and as you can create an opportunity be around situations. No, and that is one way met me Becca. If I say cashew, obi anim say cashew will be a I don't think say ube be cashew processing factory wa Accra. Or are they even a extra cost to crab? But if you can build something closer to them, before say a bit me, a bebuau. And I think Sana Siniako, can say on pair aggregators, you know. Yes. On pair aggregators need but a do baby nas a womb fish a do baby a be aggregators, you know. Can be in Crawford, which may I rely on almost a almost name. And it be a hormone so be baby says or car off takers and also any name, sir. But ye will never be a hormone as a who produce what may your research ye, what me who say a dear way me ya in Crawford way a young Crawford befa omo pet. Saa nneɛma no nso saa research no nso betimi aboa hu say okay then there is some market be for adwuma na wo ye no nti ya na me no I will say important say ubetimi be hu say okay ade we nkrofo bi betimi ato ama wa na nkrofo bi betimi afa. And sometimes some of saa nneɛma we no ukura wo phone so do ka hwe wo bi to ne saa nneɛma no wo phone ma so mmra mfasoɔ ma wo iPhone 17 by wo say iPhone 17 na wopɛ nti ma 17 na so mmra mfasoɔ ma wo ɛso mfasoɔ ne bia ɛbɛba bɛma wo no ɛne sɛ wobɛtumi bɛ research around abɛhwɛ ebi aggregators a even ɔmo Ghana na ne ɔmo bɛdi nkɔmmɔ na abɛhwɛ sɛdeɛ nneɛma ɛsi ɛrekɔ nti very very important so ɔbɛhwɛ saa nneɛma no and you selling smart wopɛ sɛ oyi middlemen ɛne even aggregators no ɛfi mu a sometimes as I say one kasa ojine say you selling direct and as you building a direct relationship with ABR restaurants, chop bars, it can be schools, it can be hospitals, right? Hotels, resorts. If there are grocery stores, beer, Uber try say only a kita hudie. Processing food processors, processing companies be on more. Uno benyan kutamudie. Now bet me be who say okay. Say said ya me producer. We mu na me de kwa akoma mo na say aha na eko. But some crofo na ebi a wakwa ko hu om na so tie ase say ebi a restaurant a store bi a processing company bi. Ya wo research ni ye na timi hu say okay. Musimo pe tomatoes. Tomatoes type ben na mope. Sizes ben na bi a mope. Ese utiminya all those informations na nyasa wo so pe tomatoes ntia no akwa produce. Ebi the kind of tomatoes no kra wo koye na nya no no pe. Ebi a size kra na wo no pe de agu no shop no enya no bi na wunya aye. Enti saa nneɛma no nyina ese utimi ati ase. So utimi te saa nneɛma na se a before say edu ba bi a ebetimi aboa wo bebree. And even sometimes around how a store with nneɛma no so very very important. How a store with nneɛma bi wɔ hɔ ma ebia because ye di gu sack mu nti essence ye di gu sack mu nti no ebia ɛsɛe no. It is about time say farmers person mo ton smarter ne nneɛma ebia the way ɔmo handle ɔmo produce no ɛsɛ sɛ bi ɔmo system. Sometimes they have to get a plastic waste. I know that sometimes like some of the grocery places in Bohonma, you would need baskets, binum and crates beer, which me be gum. So I create now with you gum in your money in a bit me be protected on your money because enko press Emma and Hunun Kuhani and I say and Huno and Conquemre and Conquer Sagibi and in your money massa. Tisania money in answer and near be sometimes who he said you bit me and I think say Mr. Ako Ekasafa Nema be in terms of records and in your manema your farmers be brave or more on shada any better costing way be into the name crown on to me and price in a year at the end of the day over price baby and no boka. Inti saa medemani na ahwɛ wo mitrim na mekai ene saa nneɛma no nyinaa no I think says ye pese yetimi reduce waste ne saa nneɛma na yetimi build what there then as ye chance yes ye be yi nneɛma bi afi honom said ye betimi beboa be ma dia ye pese ye no yetimi aye I think so far the me de besi hanom na emre wom na esese me ba mesa ma babiom Timida masi bebre.
That's it. I mean, sure. So, on the adventure, senior comment na beka sano strategy for base. Yeah, okonu YouTube channel hona wacheche nyama bebe fa business and say no so eka no. Onyamba ye farmer 100% there, but strategy obe use there and there or ye farmer wo. Said this here no. Senior Rashid, how to preserve onion no? No, betima ka say betima divide into two, say long term and short term. See kind of short term one, would you trying to slice? Obetimi their chef freezer, sorry, and I betima your yo by me hwe na metimi apagye me mu a me de be kire but long term no ye hode no eno na me pese me kire kakra se botto no ye benya anka koko botto no eke emframa fam kakra but ya na nye so much a fruit na fam nye fro ndi ke benya ye hakroma de omde ko conserve gene no e bag ya ese de net it said ye de yinam no bia na say no ena gene gum e basa na emframa fm ena gene no so no ubenya wodi gu fridge mkro na emfam ngu ba bia ensio ensio fridge ni esoni ensio no ana say ema ensio me no ehia ba bia je say humidity ni do so kese esa na ebe se no ana heat nso so do so be se no the one no
Okay.
but the best thing say how dia we said the yenua maame abena aka no we na a powder so a eno no we o see no na so wasegum eno so the best way but powder no na bia wo kasa wo ye na wo ton dia then I say ha no so wo educate ye chrome for no because won say ye chrome for no ye way na ye de ye no ada say wo be ye jene now dia fra wan kasa duane na wo pesa wo ye no aton no nti say why ye jene no why ye ne powder na wo ye mo stew na wo de ye ye duane a obi obeti taste no obeti bibia all right but when him say you know jene no ye powder na wo de ye I think say I don't know but ye beba ho one day akasa because last time Tuesday me the pictures me show pictures be chere a car enkofo bo o jene ho no enya agro enso so no still na so yegusu na ye de ye kra enya dia energy but
Okay.
meet you
I said we are na room.
okay me that's but ade ba akoni say enu nti ene ya hye SOS market day life no but strategy ya ye kan ne no ebebo ama eno so no wodi betimi de conserve at the same time say o person ko no 10 acres ya better say wo bedua no difference of say wo irrigation kwade a wo dua 2 weeks ne na wajaya 2 weeks na wasai odua another acre sa anti beba sana edididi so ni nyina ma mbom prekope ti metimi de we kakra ma ho ye be open so ye betimi de nkomo chire na ya to aso me ba cha otimi kasa.
Okay. Senior Rashid, me child be I think say o question will be sa no me de. One of the things ubetimi be I think say yenu aba ko anase ma me ba ko eka onion powder. Yes.
Yeah.
Which my onion powder. And me pese me ma one idea so onion powder wo ubetimi aye onion flakes no and only powder but onions na say what dice no na what dry or dry everybody hard you can even put it in containers and sell it in crofo betimiato. That is another way you can add value to your onions. And as I sit here right now, no, I know said there is even a company be in Ghana says yeah almost turning we say onions and so into something like paste. And that is also an area bit me better. But you can't say bia o turning to flakes and any mana. Ben pesa will be my wadrin be or say because this is the minimalistic approach in terms of adding value. Me for say ubetimi de wani ebekon. Jane na in case I over the chance to get a dehydrator, I will say that would be one of the best equipment be a bit me benya. Why right there will if why with me a dehydrated onions no na ode aye the apesa ode and even that can even open up other opportunities for you to even come up with other blends in terms of spices. So what you say in Tibia, you can just go get Mekusambi keke. Say a powder, onion powder, which media fra. You can come up with your own spices. Any and answer with seasons be a ubit me. Ebe using tea. Before said that is one of the things I'll wait me by, but I know say be mu any paste. Paste, you know. So background it. No unwa kakra oil. Edreni ema nsuo no less kakra. Now on my packaging it is a paste. And I know say ewo Ghana, will be bisa ewo Ghana, even if your farms, your farm say happens to be in the area, omu process it, yes, our paste here making ya, then that can also be another source of selling onions. No, I think say kakra we are my camera say.
Yo, senior, and so that's so Jenny any been a crown. On say we know a net in the womb. It is open crana. So no China for a year, Alibaba mo in Nasa Utiminya sa net way bina ye issue Europe where ya. Ube timikra achichiche, enti eba say na ube timiaton ama omu tete office no, because it is easy to handle it on say medium sashishem say no easy ena airflow no so enti no eche enti basa na wo bagi we na obetimi anya conservation am na che but ye no omudi gu ikoko bottle mu na omudi be gu ewie mu ama ne che na bo se heat na ebono na a create humidity wom eti enche sisi ana ede na ese enti na me na no me di pictures beto to Facebook page na won se jene bibrebe na ede asay for nothing no ti I think say we so business idea bi a wo betimi ateki ohia support bia na idea bia wanzo a yesu ye betimi di support because so far no jene ne yeto no mako but say utimi bag say ya ubetimi de akọ mobile bia ye filling station no ubetimi de akọ akoton ama wo mo na ubetimi ato ama office for ne nema na ebusuan for one thing particular thing I be see my dream see where me say do mind in nugget metimi di biaba one particular thing say uye farmer na unmen akra upese uton oniema wankasa uton oniema tie me pacho se bodie wadua bodifuo any branch near there there ko schools na ewo de oele mo sana nesini nyira mu ne ko share headmaster nene headmaster ni nkombo wodi e pe 50 Ghana bi ma no anase wo korokra no next time abekoro twabodie ko che no ne ka chen say wo pese oni teachers edidwa nti every time bia na every week bia no ubetimi enya bodie de abre wo mo nti de ope bodie obedi bodie bebre no de ope banche na wako hospitals na nti bebia all these workers ni wono saa utimi nya saa workers na every time bia week when bia utimi ko mo aduane a wo boa wo papa because omo nko dwom bio obeko dwom kwa na okotonam ena by the time goes on kwa wo so betimi akopɛ obi a oton nam ni bi na wo de aka ho na wo de gu kentem kama enti kenten no teacher asumasi ni kenten nie na wo de ko na de ama no ni nam na duane ni bibie wom teachers for omo de omo pa no because be na nwa wase teacher ni a wo ye single a woni yire woni mpra na obekwa ko nanti dwom na wakwa di dwa na wabaye de ni student bibe ho no ti we are one of adebia ke hu say nurse for teachers any other government way me ba chemiti o
Uncle Charles.
yeah
Okay, one other thing that me call said maybe see my GMCC so so the canvassing aspect na what agree kine mu no. I was say you who say yen train that be other said by as a farm. Yen sorry be. Na sometimes you have to dress formally to approach them, because if you want to beat them, you have to join them. What I say? To do maybe you also dress formally, you go to them. I have this. But Ayana and Pempino problem to say we are not producing much. And I'm saying producing do nintino oko fact with my restaurant be ho, with my hotel be also, oh ebi am 1 point, ebi a my dobanchi, ebi am body and betting supply mo. Omono Ayana de omo share sustainability. So anytime they can rely on you. You also live according to your word. That is the honesty aspect. Ebasara wakasa ebwao. If you have the credibility, ebwao. Because when him say may produce goods, if you are in the next 3 months, may your goods within this few time. Either come host restaurants A, restaurants B, ebeji B, C, hotel we beji, chop bar we beji, teacher for your mohai, among so beji say. Ebasara, you know where your market is going. And a breno also take a crack. And the canvas here, who can this argument never see me say sometimes you should go out and look for the market. Yenny home marketing offices. And your marketing, no, and it's a yabba tie night a conjum condition boy home. It do maybe a young fair be one can address it. Let him approach the various places, go to them. I have this. But no making sure say demand now more pen ubenya. And it has been started rabbit and I'm more friend now or supply. There's one Chinese restaurant in Ghana Hanuma. Kumasi Hanum, a very good buyer. No supply with rabbit meat. It got to a time because he was not able to meet the demand. Omo cancel agreement, And now he's still trying to get it back. The only thing was that on one mood pay. So but people were not, convinced to join hands with him. So rabbits be man so on toma. Me first 10-20 rabbits on a toma. The first time I made a rabbit me tombino. He sold them for me one afro. Senior, obiso pemino. Then one more open live. Nam my package live nam the command. Obuso on my open dressed. No my slaughter, no my dress it, nam the command. Obu also open smoked one. Nam my ye. Nam the command. It work on behavior based on my delivery guys nibi. I'm me hana be picking no more the call. My first 20 sales there, he did it for me. But now the problem is that farmers need be any GDS or more man so on toma or more. And the truth of the matter is that no matter what you are producing, on to me meet demand the need that. So we should also avail ourselves for networking. It will maybe allow somebody to invest in your business. It will maybe sell for somebody. Marketing and a business own. And it driving, yeah, na me Thailand me, When you are driving your own car, you also have to drive someone's own for him or her. Driving, you not go and sit in front of the steer wheel to drive for them, but if you are sitting your own and you still drive, because on the careless not about you put your careless no put you in a safer way. Baby. So I work careless about before with the now also or before lame into one chon hoa a back crash it. Munya Amokan has say a wooba munina mo. Sekana social audience so kun no nothing. It's sana business it here. A dream may be also ton will be product for man. And then my ton rabbit me and ye and ya media. But I'm happy. Send my team meeting customer and demand. Next time customer never frame me. Or framing them will be a fine. Me need so mess up baby will be or will be what their man. And he own himself basa other farmers in a crab trust still. Into almost so be ba omo wona so omo ni bia, they will call you. But so ka so nko be keep marketing to yourself. Eno na ya na no so ka ho bi. It you know, for mama yesu yen sorry be. Let's wake up. Let's go out and fish for customers and buyers. Let's approach the restaurants, the chop bars and things. Obu okrampo na produce na wo no. Onim se wo bi. Otiben wo, no know the same area, but onim kra se wo bi. Okọ no ma, oh sir, next time eba wo. Ti say a rabbit, you go to kasi na rabbit means so a pet, means so a meat. Oto obo ase na wo kire na. A kire bo nse waba be top customer. And you know, let's also wake up. Let's do the canvassing. Na yenhwe say and also so ebe add more to our income. Me that's it.
Wow.
Okay. Where the meet me real quick.
Yeah.
Where the Mr. Rashid, I think say Moshe chat ni mo.
Yeah, my
approach na me pesa me dem ma wo no enye mandwene factory ho. We the minimalistic approach. Inti we niema ye wa ha ya list ya me dia to we. Machine kasiye bi anim. Forget about the solar dryer no. But before said the necessary niema ye wo bia ni ho no mai bia wuntiminya. And to get sa niema we will never cost you any 10,000 a day. ABR a small amount like 4,000, because the most important thing was the kind will feed it. That chopping board will feed it. That will basing be or will be or Tidia won here oven so the ABR wait me up ways and means be you come up with a convenient oven be grinder could use will be there because you do a BSC bit my rent will be there and as a million and could use will be there na fire and powder sieve which many sieve. Idea kasiye bi abeto will be the scaling machine and ABR bottles and as a sealing machine bottles and as a bag kwa would be gum and a scale and only a DT through which you say be being here. So oven wo hono mo and idea we no man ko yeni bebre often I will test yahwe inti yene kakra bi. It can even be small pieces be a couple of pieces maybe a 10 bobs but no I try Eddie share no I share the texture because you have to go through the process for some time and see the texture where your texture will pair now. But with the flakes na American and only the air den kakra. In Crawford to me the good salad, Ephraim salad. In Crawford cry tis a fry and any manema much me the gum. It gives you the onion flavor and any manema. And on a build every year now, what you say, okay, it's something I'll bet me a queen. Then a honor about scaling up, a honor about a be a how wait me by any big. Into your honor, and maybe I will top machines be and I say be on your own. But for the meantime, you can do most of the things on your own. Who scale up, crabby idea, Ube Pebe will be a dehydrator, and I said the solar dryer. Asa. Yaka now because we regular second Eddie Twitcher. We wouldn't wait no mabbit me to you sudia. Intian shada and yet BB Cassiabi and as BB be just put it into ways a try na would a BB when a SOS in Dinkomo. I would love to see you build your business and grow that business and it's something a bit me meaty other markets be brave. But I say, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's in Yamisha and Sone also would the Audiaba. I wish you for ye did see her no. Ye better when you ask it. Yamisha will be beer or emre any order. But Mr. Moada, Mummy who ye 14 year Munina ma like video no. Munina ma share video no. Munina ma comment. Me person me whom be a more. If he say it do be any here obi wo ebia ha praise and praises say ya hu baby awo na din say bibia ho na ye betimi abebusa wo ho nche nti yesteremu ada uba na wa like video no na wa me hu baby a wo hwe ye free na eduru bia na yenso ye hu baby a ye betimi de ababu some information free e wo chen na ase obi from chen ade ba kwa mama ye hu ni se ewiase ewe ye wo a two sides, buying or selling. Okay, say also feria de now the when ye selling ho a you always buy. And say you always buy there, that means say I was so bombardier so benye sika kese because so de bia no to a de bia wo de wo disika no obi, but say ultimi and learning the art of selling there, then I give and take. Uko juma koto obi ameko, but obi beba wo nchen awa beto wo ntosi anazo obi beba nchen awa beto wo nam nti mesremo ada menka say media me fele media me mani ni ho me ana ya na ho say ade ba ko a me ameto me ka ho bi but na meto ade na meto ko be nyina but ene no o ka chen say menton ade a enkani nka o ka chen say kokotutwi bathroom because I am say me ton ade am obi a na say enipa no e dey no badwene on I say I say wo fere you say oh I say by force no say me won say I say wo feel comfortable but yes I also feel it nipa no to ade no nye say bi wo ye o favor name the value of the product no the value of the product no I mean for me to the value of the product no and I was say wo ye ability so betima dey how uncover to that person na me kind no in the beginning no most of Ghanaians 80% there ye wonnuane bi ho a ye di aduane no kra na ye nim se sa aduane no e aduane a e maye ahoden ye nim nutrients ye wo ndi se wo timi a hyase ama nipa na hu nnuane a wo ade a wo ye no product na wo ton no the value a wo bo ne price ya nipa no na adwene nko price ne so na emom na adwene ntina so omo beton nuro e wo ka mu no omo foro na wa hyase ko aduro we owi afi no obo wakeka ya ni nyina bi enti wo ye dey a wo beto because waka wo yare but ofiti breko pe no obo eduro no bo dia enka obeka say dey any boarding but in the beginning no wodin kan ya kire the value uni oto a ebebo a wonti
Just quick one meet me abem
mempa sobra
okay see me reflect to me notes and me try against and then I me say opposite na me so the use of social media very very eminent. Who was made the social media the mempeho na no yen try as much as possible say you need to cry besua may say me good in the use of technological devices but honestly na mempe social media na you see but me imagine say me would into entrepreneurship no then I got to know that me here social media no because it is one of the most powerful marketing tools we have. It's not about showcasing your body, showing how handsome or how beautiful you are. It's about telling people what you have. Let them come and buy from you. You're making good use of the social media. Men to data bundle. 10 Ghana cedis. Franco TikTok. Odobroni ne akusha sewa. Any daddy lumba sabi wanya ne baby kro. Wabra some information ni na no wo emphasis kama butum ne moment is rather taking money out of your pocket. Wo data na wo to ye no make sure say wo dey aton bibi na afei so there's two types of customer ways of dealing with customers. We have the customer service and we have customer experience. Customer service and customer experience. The most important thing of them all is the customer experience. What is the customer's impression about you, the seller? How does the customer feel about you? How does the customer sees you? Ebani say, if you have a good standard, the customer has a good standard experience about you, you are good to go. They will always recommend you to people. Customer experience is when a customer now about one beyond honesty, credibility, and everything. No, what to me is satisfy no to perfection. The last time I said is that we have a customer and we have a client. When you move the customer to a client status, that means the customer has a good experience during the transaction between Mumi. So give the customer a good experience and you will never lose that customer. In marketing, 1 is equivalent to 1,000. When you lose one customer, that customer you have is stand for 10 people.
Yeah.
That 10 people will stand for 100. That 100 will stand for 1,000. That is marketing. When I was a boy after JHS, I joined this company that was selling cosmetics. And no count the man in Ghana be at that time I was around 15 years. Because J nkuni spray ni samana ni ade ade na me de nam baby na me ko. Ade ma mani ka aboase pa yes ade ton. I had the opportunity to meet the then Obuasi MC, Honorable Alexander Akon, and I sold for him. He was very satisfied with me, and ever since, the DCE office was open for me to sell anytime I want to sell, because the DCE himself has shown interest in buying from me. My approach, my dressing, my casa, quite fast, I'm convinced. Oh, but I was able to sell in there. Oba say catch up with them. I'm so boss can come back home. Be say me wechira me na man am going be. No asere. Oso wi abra. Me call ya me chire na ma me chire na oto ne die wie. And one that was it all. Enti afi me call boss ya me continue bi mu. Me ba ya no awura DC office ho. Omo mo ho no obi abeto bibi. At least me free no ma ton me no ma half. That is what is called customer experience. Because they are always comfortable with you. They feel that you will never give them something bad. And that will make your market easier and very simple. So let's be credible. Let's give the customers good experience. Let's make good use of the technological and the social media tools aspect, and it will help us go a long way. Merasi.
Mo, yeah. We have for year 15. Mr. Subscribe to see like Emma Senior Aqua Farms or any strategy for bees. Or more day almost contribution about strategy for bees senior children. Aqua Farms so Facebook ni YouTube nyina. Mon subscribe na TikTok nyina. Mon subscribe mo CCA to show appreciation ewo omo so narrage ene omo mra omo de aba ba kire we say. Me da wase. Nyamu ya do Tuesday SOS Market Day Live. Jumedi ewu die no. Fabra ne mo ho de roma. Na yendi ehu dwa. Ne beboa ya me yakoso. Ena me kan no. Our presidency, our excellency, or any day, or any ministers, or more day. The time has come, say, me no be so the air, you bet double no, near triple no, because enche a 5 year, a fa, and then me post to be Facebook page. Until I'm say, follow na mo subscribe e ba say na nye nema nyina post no Facebook am post no be e bia WhatsApp said be ya me nko load nkofo memory but so wo follow dia bibia e koso bia no I think say o mix it ya me nshira ye de be sia nya momodin say ye post video so na wo hwe a ye na wa comment ya me sere wada anye fe kra na wani anye ho na ye choka kra na wo de comment na me hu said be ya me so no metimi esuemu ade afri mu intina me ka so feedback ni de me hia me pa chew eni die mo wo like na wa ma me feedback na ka wa se wo share so a hallelujah okay edi nyame hira mu nyina ye chia abusuafo a mo ba mo a mo kire be bia mo hwe efre se be ya nyame adom a ye nimbe ye ma me ya wo danso ma ye wo amasaman ye wo Kumase Barakese sai yo US yo ha bebrebe nyame hye mu nyina ye be hye nyame adoma Tuesday ye be lo do videos so modern se bahwe na makomenti amaye era mase emre bia wase ni bia no erade emma message abeti no enye Rashid German danke and Fedison, why? Or Fedison Rashid, Senior Rashid. I think say Edivesia. Enti ebufiafo a mo bae mo a mo betie ne mo a mo be nyamishira mo senior comment ne nana say nyamishira mo. Ejadu ani Mr. Mendo ne Mr. Ferris obi mo bia so nyamishira mo etia mo pa so. See you on Tuesday. Bye. Me the link in it too, so